Hello, hello. I've seen a lot of people over the years, yeah, well, that anyway, wonder how to build teams or where to find inspiration for teams. Because obviously everyone is capable of going to the Black and White forum and load a sample team. And while that's fine and works and it's great and what have you, you will, you will find yourself in a lot of games playing either mirror matches or in general your opponent will have a very good idea of what you're running, and that's obviously not ideal because information is a big part of the game, right? And if your opponent knows a lot about your team and you know little about theirs, you'll often find yourself either randomly guessing or in general getting outmaneuvered because they know what you're trying to do and they will just play accordingly. But obviously, building new teams is hard. Like, it's genuinely complicated. Not it's not that hard per se, but obviously building new six or even just editing sets, not the easiest thing in the world, right? But there is a treasure trove of information and ideas and inspirations and even fully fledged teams if you just looked in the right place. And that's what I want to do here. So Black and White has been around for a while, right? 15 years, pretty much at this point. And thus, that means there's been 15 years worth of tournaments. And there's an even better one, which is the biggest tournaments on site, which will be Smogon Premier League and World Cup of Pokemon. You could make a case for the official Smogon tournament, but that will force you into looking at teams from when Black and White was the current gen, and the metagame has changed a bit too much since then. It's not even the metagame itself, but the structures and just things like gems and the sleep moves ban and the return of Escadrille that came a little bit later. So this wouldn't work nowadays. There's also Smogon Tour, right? But yeah, sure, why not? And so the idea here is you go to one of these two forums, let's say SPL, and then scroll down a little bit and go to a tournament around 2018, let's say. It has to be a bit old, like 2020 at the latest. Well, I mean, you can even do more recent ones, it doesn't really matter. And so let's see. For example, let's say we're in SPL 9 and we want to. So what you do, you scroll down Black and White, or you can do it. Obviously, this works for every generation that's old enough. But I cannot vouch for that because I don't really play the other gens anymore. But it probably works just fine. Oh, hey, it's me. Anyway, what you do is look at the old replays from all these players and check out their teams, maybe even watch the game. And if you feel like there's something there that's valuable, you can just steal the team, or at least the six, or at least the overarching idea. The government doesn't want you to know, but the teams in the replay threads are free. You can pick them up and bring them home. I have 458 teams. Right, so for example, let's say you check this and see like, oh wait, this sewing guy, I know him, he's good. He's been good since forever. And so let's see what he was up to. And so you load up this replay. Here we are. And wow, there's a Ductri here. Yeah, Ductri was still allowed in 2018, I believe. Yeah. But that's okay, it doesn't matter. And you see Soulwave's team, and you can think to yourself, wow, this is amazing, or wow, this sucks, or anything in between. But you know, you can just watch the game for a little bit, just quickly. Toxic Rock. Oh, it was this Toxic Rock set. Okay. We had the sub Protect Toxic was the main set for a little while. It was pretty funny. Yeah, sadly, not best. Okay, back into Toxic Rock. Seismic Thaw. Okay. Yeah, there are some caveats, right? So, for example, this actually released Sand Rush in rain because it was allowed back then. So, if you loaded into sand, you would get a free Uber, which, yeah, look through taking 46 from Spin, by the way. But I will say, while the sets themselves, maybe no, but the six, I could see myself running something like this. Maybe replace sets and or run a different Zapdos. I don't mind Zapdos, though really maybe depends on the set on here. Let's give it a quick look. Thunder, Thunder. Okay, well, that was the standard Thunder in Rain. Oh, it's subtoxic. Ah. Oh, wow. Right, so this is a team that you could steal, for example, right? So I'll go to my builder and let's see if we can get something out of this. So the team is Politoed, Hydreigon, Zapdos, Ferrothorn, Toxic Rock, and Excadrill. So I don't mind this even nowadays. I like the idea of running, let's say, Toxic Rock right now. I think it's a decent mod. Maybe not the not the Toxic set. That was fine back then, but now probably just run the standard Swords Dance, Rain Punch, Ice Punch, Sucker Punch, and a Life Orb here. Reuniclus, nobody runs it, and well, anyway, +2 Sucker Punch actually does a decent damage, so that's a start. Obviously, not every Landorus is that fast anymore, and many Lakazams are Life Orb, so you can do a lot of damage with Toxic Rock against the average Sun team nowadays. And plus, it's got some nice traits. It obviously walls Kelio and Politoed as well, as unless they have Psychic, which is quite rare nowadays. Ferrothorn is still Ferrothorn. This guy will be Drizzle. This guy will probably be Moldbreaker. So the sets will need upgrading. So what I will do personally is use this as a sub-pass mod, right? Because you're pretty fast and you are pretty good at checking a few things. Do I need speed on this? Probably not. Right, so let's say you button pass a substitute Toxic Rock and it survives. That's perfect, right? Even if it doesn't, you get maybe to get Hydreigon in for free, let's say, and that's always nice to have. You would be this ping guy. Do we do this? Sure. I don't know how to EV this thing, I never knew it. You'd probably go especially defensive with some speed, adamant, because I like to do some damage. Probably like this, I don't know. Maybe it is enough horrendous set, but whatever. You can do what, you don't have to do what I'm doing. Okay, so we have the core. You probably have to do this. Not amazing by any means, but at least you have Zapdos. Sure. So what do we need a scarf, right? We'll probably just standard polytone. Spin toxic, drop ice, spin anchor, basically defensive, sure. It's a very defensive team though. It's all in on the it's all in on the toxic rock, which I'm not sure I like, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so it's kind of weak to Terraki. I'm sure it's fine. A wave gyro knock, spikes. So a couple nice things about doing this. Well, obviously you can uncover some interesting ideas. So, for example, Rain historically has issues against Ferrothor, which is why we like Thunderous Tyrion so much. But if you switch the Thunderous to this guy, then what you get is a 100% Ferrothorn into free momentum, which is pretty nice. I don't like this team too much, although probably it's because I'm being too conservative with my Excadrill. Perhaps I should just bite the bullet and just make this rock, and then you go back to being a Swords Dancer. But you keep it like this. This will make you a bit better, probably. I will still EV it like this, though. I'm not a super fan, but I would have to try this out in the real world and see if it needs some adjustments. Oh, Toxic Rock, probably Adamant, right? Sure, yeah. You can even make it this more fancy, probably. Does it matter? Yeah. Right. So this is, for example, an idea of how you can go about this. Obviously, you can just do it with other players. Let's jump down a couple of weeks. Let's say Shock. Okay, see, for example, you see this Soul Wind against BKC, and you're like, wow, these players are really good or were really good. They still are. Maybe a little bit less so, but they're still great. And so you switch to this, and you will find that you want to steal either of these teams. Again, this is the problem of Sandra Sheskadrill existing. Yeah, it was Balloon. This team probably, BKC's team probably okay still. A bit Ferro weak maybe, so probably not that guy. Okay, nah, I wouldn't steal either team. Someone's team is okay. I wonder though, is it a bit too Spikes weak? Can we know the Keldeo set? One sec. Keldeo is not lefties. Healing Wish. Oh, it's Dishonest Dragonite. Okay. All right, we let's do something more intelligent, which is we move a little bit closer to today, if anything, because of the Excadrill plug. Okay, so let's say I go here. This is 2020. Did I play in this? Probably not. It's probably good. All right, so you'll be like, oh, hey, Finchinator against Ryza. Yeah, sure. Let's check out what we're up to. And well, look, this is just the sample team of today, right? It wasn't a sample back then, but even when it wasn't, Finch team, almost a sample too. So probably, I mean, you can steal those, but I'm not going to show you how to do it because it's very easy, right? If you've played Black and White enough, you will. All right, this is another interesting team. It's basically the sample, but Toxic Rock over Keldeo. Would I steal this? Probably not. There's not much to look at. Zokuru's team, no. This one could be, for example, Caetano's team. I feel like this could be usable. You have momentum into Brelum. This probably is Worse Dance and Fighting Gem, though, I would expect, or Grass Gem even. But look, you wall switch, get it in for free, and it's not. So you can steal this 1-1, actually. Substitute, and then what? Facade? Is it Bulk? Oh, it's Sub Punch. Well, that did 1,000,000. Facade. Facade. Oh, and then you have Paralysis. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. Do you even need to modernize this? Probably not. You can probably take these and just slap the sets that are kind of obvious. The only question will be if the Rotom is Scarf, which it probably is. It got annihilated. Yeah, this is a max attack Breland though, so this was always happening. Although I guess it's not that great nowadays because most Ferros are unjarable, so probably not a good idea. Let's see. Let's go back digging. Scavenging even. Sure. See, and for example, Sunwind's team, this used to be more popular back in the days, but now they've completely fallen off. But you can 100% run this nowadays. And in fact, I'm going to steal this one. I think the Sub Punch Loom, they're always, or maybe it's just Skull, Vault, Politoed, Scald, All Switch. Drain Punch, Tact, Drain Punch, 8%. Ooh! Chirachi, Body Slam, Lefties. Okay, so this is especially defensive. This Pex Keldeo, because that did 1,000,000,000. Yeah, it was. No, wait, Latios was Pex. Okay, Wishing the Lando, very nice. Sky Spins, Roxland. Oh. I feel like Sowin is kind of getting owned. Maybe not that bad. Rapid Spin went horribly. Spec Secret Sword, Spec Secret Sword. Never mind, for win own. Okay, this is an idea for a team you could steal, right? And so we're going to do that. Yeah. Right, so we have Politoed And Warachi. Then we have Breloom. Then we have Andalus. And then we have Kelio. And then we have what's it called? Tentacruel. So you know these specs and so on. You need a scark. Very intelligent. Okay. Sir, Secret Sword and Lost. Here, the rest is the usual. Your left is Protect Skull, Toxic Core. Your Black Sludge and Protect Spin Skull Toxic. Sure. I'll go fast. You're special defensive and your body slam wish Iron Protect. Special defensive, sure. Toxic Orb, Poison Heal, Drain Punch, Protect. Did we discover anything else about this Prelum? Not really. I'm going to guess it's a Bulk Up. Bulk Up Seed Bomb. And that will be 236. And this it's definitely special defensive, right? Because it took however much it took from the Power Ice from Lando, so I'm going with this, and I guess it's Scarf Lando with rocks. Bit of a forced one, but you know, it's you got to do what you got to do. Scarf, sure. See, this is a team now that you could run in tournaments, and well, see if you like it, obviously, but it's different enough from the usual things you see nowadays, and it probably does okay into most of these things. You can imagine, you can see yourself beating, say, the first sample team with this, right? So if you were to play against this sample team, where is this? The first one, right? Rotom Psyspam, which I mean, there was an Excadrill instead of of Zam, but the Zam, you have Scarflando and special defensive Geochi, right? So it's not like you're completely lost against this. Of course, you have to play better, but that's the whole idea of the game. Hopefully people agree with me on that. And yeah, so that's an idea of team you could steal. And let's move to like middle of the season, because okay, the best teams to steal are paradoxically the ones in week 1 usually, because week 1 is where people don't have a lot of information on their opponent, or at least not recent one. So it's like they tend to be a bit more conservative and bring teams that are more generally solid versus a middle of the season where it's a bit more counter team-ish. And obviously end of season and semis and finals. So let's go to week 8 and see what do we have here. Okay, Fincinator versus Pearl could be a killer matchup. Right, so let's see. Do we like this? Okay, Finch team, I no thanks. Pear's team. Is this stealable? It's okay, probably. A bit too tough into Rotten Wash, probably. There has to be a way to make this less stupid into Rotten Wash, though. You can just punch it, it will die eventually. Okay, another Spexcaldio. Polyton into Tentacle, very nice. Toxic Spikes. Oh, it's specially defensive, Rachi. You're in black. This is Toxic Spice. Is this sub-DT Dragonite? No way. What are the T-Spikes for, though? Oh, it is sub-DD, of course. It probably wins like from here on the spot. Yeah, there's nothing you can do if you're Finchinator. Because this D-Knight will annihilate you eventually. Yep, there it is. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Right, so is this stealable? Probably. Only question is, oh, it's just another Scarflando, right? And double Hazard's Ferro. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's steal it. I've only been stealing rain teams so far, that's pretty funny. But hey, they are the ones that are usually more more constrained to build. Why are there so many tentacles in the builder, man? What? they multiplied. Okay. Ferro here. Wait. Ferro too. Doubled. What? Do other mons do this? If I okay, it looks like sometimes they do. Okay, Keldil, your specs guy, Hydro, Skull, Secret, Ghost, specs, you're the Scarf guy, you turn, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Ice? This was double hazards, I'm sure, why not? FTs, I'll just let's just use the average. Black Sludge, Rapid Spin, Toxic Spikes, Scald, and let me check, but it's Protect last. Okay, 2 Chameleon from Latios Meteor, so it's probably not bulky. D-Knight. Substitute Dragon Dance, Dragon Boost, and the usual and then you will be Scald, Protect, Toxic, Core, and this. And this is another team that you can run and probably win a bunch with this. This has been a productive session so far. Right, let's move into the finals. Okay. Zamheatran. Dragon Gem. Heatran. Heatran is not balloon, it's leftovers. It's probably a tough one. Toxic Protect. Nah. Tiebreaker, no. Let's see. Let's see. Finchinator versus Raiza in semifinals. Let's see what we have here. Pretty standard team from Raiza Finch, though. Do we steal this? Oh, Body Slam not breaking substitute. This is so sad. Rocks in Seed Bomb Focus Sponge Protect. Disappointing, yes. Surf. Okay, owned. Do we want this team? It's Scarfarotum and the Gayatri specs. Sure, why not? So let's steal this. Just in case. Right, so what was it? Rotten Wash, Scarf, Volt, Hydro, Trick. I don't know. Split. Probably, yeah, sure. Escadrille, Landorus, Brelum, Latios, and Rachi. U-turn, Body Slam. I don't know what was the rest. This guy was lefty, so this is the Rocker, U-turn, Earthquake, Ice. Lefties, let's just use the standard. Naive. Toxic Orb. Poisonil. Protect. Stun Spore. Box. Punch. And no, there's no way you're Stun Spore, right? Because you can do some that. And 2, 3, 6. Something like this. I don't know exactly the EV spell. I would have to check it much closer. I would though consider something like this. Your Toxic Protect, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Death Dream Protect, definitely yes, Iron Head, and left force. Ballbreaker? Was it Ballbreaker? Yeah. Toxic Rapid Spin, Earthquake Protect. Oh, it was indeed Protect. Huh. And back to the usual. I don't know how to EV this guy. I don't know. It's whatever, man. I don't know. The usual. Let's do this. Add a little bit more attack because I want to punch people hard. And I don't know. 32 defense. Yeah, that's a vibey EV spread if I've ever seen one. Alright, this is the idea. Okay, now you have some teams, right? And the sets are okay. You can change them up, and you probably should. Like we touched this up a little bit. For example, it was completely different. It was more toxic oriented. It was subtox Zapdos. This was the toxic protect toxic rock that rage. That was all the rage back in the days. We also went rocks on Ferro drop the spice because I think you want knock here because you have a dragon, right? So you need a way to not lose to Ferrothorn in the long run, so you want to knock it off, and obviously there's no way you can run Sand Rush Excadrill. So, and also we went Rock Slide with lefties. So the idea here was it gives you an extra win condition against very bulky teams. And Rock Slide is okay. Mold Breaker is fine. Rock Slide means you don't instantly lose to Skarmory, because if you switch to Ironhead, Skarmory becomes really hard to beat with this 6. It's still not easy by any means, but it's at least doable now. The other teams we pretty much copied one-to-one, at least I think I did it to the best of my abilities. They didn't really need big changes, so that's nice. This team probably needs a lot of help, a lot of massaging, if you will. And there's another option that I actually briefly mentioned in a previous video, which was you go to the rate my team section and go to the archive and peep the Gen 5 archive. Right, okay, obviously 2010, 11, no, this is a bit too late. Is this it? Really? It ends at when it was main gen. Oh, no, it doesn't. Schermo rigastrano reuniclus tanante relati a Citron. This is a team that you could easily steal even today. Maybe change a couple of things, but this is definitely usable, right? Schermo rigastrano reuniclus tanante relati a Citron. So, right, you can steal this, and it's probably still a good team. It should be, yeah, easily. So you have Spikes, you have Etran, and Rayon. Maybe... No, you can run this. Okay, I don't know what's up with this EV spread, but that's not that important. And obviously this one might need updating. Does it have Etran, right? Oh, this team is probably very usable actually, without changing anything. Let's see. Remedy, Garchomp, Zor, Brenum, Latias, no, Gyarados. Ninth Crest, Dug for Volk, D-Knight. I mean, no Dug trio, right? So it is not usable. Garchomp, Teeter, Lando, Ferro, Latias. Right, see, you can steal this one easily. 2016. Who cares, right? You can steal it. And go right here. The only thing you need to change is the Garchomp set. Okay, so while Warzone Outrage Dragon Gem was indeed great, you can just run like Yachi, Berry, or Lam, and it works just the exact same way. Maybe Anchors not necessary. Wow, this Tyranitar set is quite something. Yeah, this is a team, for example. See, you can just go into the depths of Smogon and you can steal all the teams you want, and maybe stealing is not the right word, and maybe someone will chastise you and say, oh no, you should build your own teams, which, yeah, great idea, don't necessarily agree. You can also go to the RMT forum, because we have seen that the archive ends at like 2017. We can go maybe a little bit later. Like, see, there's this Pank team. Okay, this you can steal this, sure, why not? It's very similar to the sample team, except you have a spinner now and well, Teeter. Sure. I wanted to go a little bit. Okay, I see a Pank team. I click. Oh man, not this feed. There's probably not much you can steal, to be fair. From RMT forums are known to not be the best. Teeter, Scam, Jelly, no man. No. Okay, Meridian, maybe? Keldeo, Zor, Tandros. Okay, it's pretty. This is now standard. Maybe it wasn't that standard when he posted it, so that's an interesting. Alpha Male 69 LMAO. Okay. That's a name. Skyban? No, it just never showed up after April 2020. Very sad. Well, this is in the archive, so I guess that's it. So is this one. But yeah, we stole a bunch of teams. We can give a quick look at the World Cup subform now. Just make sure we didn't miss anything, and we go to like 2019, 2020. I don't know. No, 2020. 2020 is the year that it became full current gen. So, oh, maybe this one is also full. No, it's not. Look at all these teams. Look at all this. Look at how much stuff you can steal. It's all there. And of course, we're going to start with the legend himself, broke up. BK. And oh, this team. I remember this one. This is a good team. I think he won too. Did he get lucky? Probably not. This is definitely a team you can steal. It's unique and it's pretty good. I would have though to. Oh, it's beat up too. That did 1 million. Right, this is a team you can steal, and maybe you have to update a couple of sets, but overall, this is definitely something you can run yourself. And as long as you keep the eject buttons looking, then thumbs up. I don't know if there's something special about this team. You're Moldbreaker. Okay, looks like it's Scarfax Cadrill. Just okay. Are you Rocky Helmet? No, it's Shed's Shell probably then. Catch was burned. Pretty sad. Yawn. Okay, you cannot use Yawn, but it's okay. It was a nice to have. From here, Weavile should just win. Oh. Oh. You can steal this one. I'm not going to show you how, because do your own homework. But yeah, it's an idea, right? Let's see. There should be a dice versus Solwyn here. And yep, we got it. You can look, like, all these people who are basically legends of the metagame, there was a reason they became legends, right? And so if you look at that journey that turned them into legends, you can get a lot of mileage out of their teams. Look at this one from Dice. It's kind of cool. Probably Mans kind of sucks, but that's about it. Oh, it's Kaftar. Wow. And with Speedrun, sure, with rocks. Oh, it's Specs Mans. I remember. I vaguely remember this team. Yeah, it's just Specs Salamans. So you drop a couple of paralyses with Tangrowth and maybe incapacitate, say, a Tyranitar with Wisp Heatran, and then your mess does this thing exactly. You cycle Crash, and then Tangrowth doesn't care. Oh. Okay, sure. Yeah, see, you can just do things. You can just take these 6, put them in your builder, and go wild. That's. Let's say, do we? Let's see. Let's go for the Grand Babito. Yeah, sure. This team was stealing. Nah, to kill the weak, right? So nah, never mind. The other one is just rain. Boring, boring. Conflict against Figinator. Sure, why not? Alright, last one. Hopefully, we're going to steal the last team, and maybe we can actually. Oh, gosh, no, thanks. And let's move to the later ones. Did anyone pick black and white in tiebreak? Nope. That's very sad. Okay, let's see if this one. No, 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 I'm not even going to show it on screen, man. This is not happening. No, 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 no. And we move to the next one. Is also kind of mildly interesting, but not really. So again, not really something I want to spend too much time on. Oh, this team. No. Nah, nah, nah. Okay, I'm being very judgmental right now. Gyarados. Newmon? I'm going to do this. Wow, go Mian Shao got the last kill by never attacking. Just my mouse went suicided. Okay. Sure. And let's see. Posture against Ruler. This might be interesting. This is the sample, right? This team, no. I see the vision, but I'm blind. Okay, last one from this tournament. This is the finals match. Holy moly. Wait, you can steal this out. This is legal. Should you? Hypnosis. Of course. Crest just existing. Volk, Tails. Okay, just Ben Dragonite is kind of owning. Ruhr cheated by loading Moldbreaker Excadrill into Xatu though. That must be said. I think Ruhr is mega winning as of now, but maybe he can pull it off. I mean, Oristeros maybe can pull it off. Volk can still do okay. Oh, wait. Epic. Yep, that's game. All right. This was anticlimactic, but another thing we did, a real world example from recent times. So, a team I showcased recently. Hold on a second. So, it's this one. Right. So, someone I know, well, someone you know too, probably, Mr. Peng, took this team and changed a couple of things, but mostly kept it at least similar. And that's probably an interesting way of looking at a team that's old, because this is probably 20 whatever, whenever it was, probably like 2014. It doesn't say, but sure. So wait, what? Oh, okay. Right, so you take this, right? You see this team, and it's like, well, one, Perish Songs Celebi, no thanks. Two, there's a couple of questionable choices. Maybe not questionable, but old news. So you can do this, for example, which is what is in the new team on the updated version at least. And that's a way of running this. Like this 6 will always work. You just need to change the sets. I honestly don't remember what's here. Probably just Thunderwave. And probably the Gliscor is the rocker now. I will make it this. And this guy has payback in the newest version, and well, that's funny, right? It is a pretty funny. Ethan is a funny guy. And what is it? Well, the idea behind payback is that you want it KO Alakazam with payback. That's the main use. You also do decent damage to a couple other things. Stun Mid comes to mind. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you do have a Scarf Tyranitar, of course, but hey, it's another option. The rest, not sure what happened here, but obviously this is not this much more, yeah, accurate. This is probably not toxic, but honestly, I had no idea what it could be. Knock. And then Rock Helmet on this guy. That's what I will do. Right, this is a way to make the team. This team now works a bit better. I'm not sure this is the right Salby set. Could very well be a Reflect type. But see, you take a team from 2014, upgrade a couple of sets, and then suddenly it's ready for 2025. And a lot of these teams work very well, and you can just run them. And at least you will have an arsenal of teams that aren't what everyone else is running. And so you can keep more information hidden from your opponent at times, and that will give you a pretty big advantage as long as you don't steal weird teams. Okay, this one is weird, but I wanted to steal it because I want to use substitute Zapdos, substitute button past Zapdos, and then I also a Toxic Rock Believer nowadays, so I guess I will have to experiment with this a little bit more. But yeah, that's it. That's a way to fill your team builder with teams, and you don't need to rely on anyone giving you teams. You don't need to build your own teams, or at least, I mean, you're still kind of building your own teams, because yeah, you're still in the 6 and maybe even like half the sets, but you need to update them for the current meta, and so. But at least the mon synergies are already worked out by good players, and you can give these teams a spin to make them yours. That's it. That's how you can approach this. And I will make an updated version of how to steal teams from replays, because my older video was a bit rushed, and yeah, but it will complement this pretty much. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see ya.